Hello everybody, Izzy here. This is part 17 in my Experiencing Dark Souls 3 series. I recorded this video game footage several weeks ago, and I'm going back over it now to talk about my experience with Dark Souls 3. Here, my character Zari had finally arrived at the majestic Lothric Castle. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking about how powerful it felt for me when I finally arrived here. I saw this castle from a distance about 80 hours ago in my gameplay, and it was very appealing. One of the first significant events in the game happens when your character first teleports to the high wall of Lothric, then opens the first door and sees this. What's particularly impressive about this is the fact that Lothric Castle is the final area in the game, and yet just a couple hours after the game begins, you're gazing at this beautiful structure in the distance. The castle is so striking to the eyes that you instantly long to go there, and you have no idea that this will be the final area and how much you will have to go through to get there. It's mind-blowing to think about. The enemies got progressively more vicious as I made my way through the castle. And the tension and fear that was inside of me steadily increased. This combined with the heightened excitement I already felt just from finally arriving here. The Dark Souls games have a unique talent for hyping themselves while you're playing them. Normally, a company will hype their game as much as they can with all sorts of elaborate advertising leading up to the release of the game. And FromSoftware does that. But they also have this intriguing way of continuously showing the player what they will have to face sooner or later. And they show what's to come. It's almost like the game has trailers of itself within the gameplay. In other open world games, if you see a structure in the distance, your character will more than likely just trot right over to it. Now, it might be a 10-minute trek to get there, maybe even longer, but it's definitely not going to be the 50+ hours that it takes to get to Lothric Castle after you first see it. That added suspense of being able to see the castle in the distance and it taking so long to get there adds such a depth of meaning when you finally arrive. And you feel so rewarded. It's quite intense. Here, I was experimenting with weapons that I hadn't tried out yet. The dual dancer swords. And it didn't work out too well for me. Once I switched back to my preferred weapon, I immediately regained control. It's always fun to try out a new weapon though, even if it does cause you to die. This is kind of amusing. I was anticipating a boss with a possible cinematic, and the cinematics are so great in this game that I took off my helmet so I could see my character's beautiful face. Then, when no cinematic occurred, I almost died trying to put the helmet back on. Why would I do something that crazy, you asked? Because the cinematics are that good. I get excited even if there's a chance at one happening. after I killed that boss, I was left standing on this beautiful bridge. And then a visual memory came flooding back. And I knew just exactly where I was. I was standing on the bridge that I had seen so long ago, and I had longed for it, longed to be here. Alright everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.